Brace yourselves, Bitcoin enthusiasts! Blackrock, a major Bitcoin investor, is making waves with record-breaking financial results. With a whopping $10.5 trillion in assets under management and plans swirling to potentially acquire even more Bitcoin, speculation of an imminent crash looms large. Stay tuned as we delve into the potential repercussions of this seismic shift in the crypto landscape. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's start. Starting off with, US Senator Loomis and Congressman Nickel Holt meeting to discuss why the US needs to be a world leader in Bitcoin and crypto as itself. The raging bull is still turned on in Bitcoin. This bull market rages on. I have quite possibly made my final Bitcoin DCA this April. I have zero regrets on what I have accomplished. I will never wish I had staked more. I have staked generational wealth because I understand what I am holding. Bitcoin is heated but not overheated. More is still to come, and we are all waiting for this one. New banks buy Bitcoin. $6 billion worth subsidiary of the Royal Bank of Canada buys Bitcoin ETF. Also, new massive billboard in Thailand is counting down to the Bitcoin halving, and as we could see right here, the promotion goes wild as we expecting even more to come in a short period of time while the Bitcoin is still holding on before the halving breaks in. My cousin inherits 100k annually from his trust fund. He's also a successful MD at his regional hospital. When I press him on buying Bitcoin, he says he doesn't have the bandwidth to study it. You're not late to Bitcoin. People like him are going to buy at 500,000 plus. Yesterday, this man bought 2,747 Bitcoin. You are not bullish enough, and we all understand that. An entire industry of financial advisors has survived on scheming fees just to brainlessly allocate client funds into low-cost equity and bond index funds. Bitcoin is a scam, and gold, that's an unproductive asset. But I'll say it again, there are never been a more important decade to think for yourself. A few weird people on Twitter did just that. These outsiders saw the giant lie at the heart of the economy, and they saw it by doing something the rest of the suckers never thought to do. They looked. Now ask yourself, how was a skinny rock outperformed the entire S&P 500 over the past 5 years? How is it that all of the combined effort and innovation of the 500 greatest American companies wasn't enough to outperform a hunk of metal? And by the way, that's with barely anyone owning gold in their portfolios. Meanwhile, every Joe Blow you know is max allocated to the S&P 500 because that is an unquestioned autoxy of the day. Some of us have been ahead of the currency debasement thesis by a few years, but what happens when the logic goes mainstream? The shift is value out of equities, bonds, and real estate and into hard money, gold, and Bitcoin will define the investing decade in the same way that FANG investing defined the 2010s, and when Bitcoin in 1 million per coin, it will all look painfully obvious in hindsight. Also, what do we have next? Major Bitcoin investor Blackrock continued to build momentum, posting another successful quarter of income and managed assets. Blackrock issued its financial results for the first quarter of 2024 on April 12th, reporting a record $10.5 trillion in assets under management, up to $1.4 trillion from 2023. The company's diluted earnings per share surged from $7.9 million in Q1 2023 to $10 million in Q1 2024. The increase reflects higher non-operating income and lower effective tax rate in the current quarter. The firm noted net income increased from $1.2 billion in Q1 2023 to roughly $1.5 billion in Q1 2024. In a report, BlackRock also mentioned that the company issued $3 billion of debt to fund a portion of the cash consideration for the planned acquisition of Global Infrastructure Partners, an infrastructure investment fund focused on equity and selected debt investments. BlackRock previously announced an agreement to acquire GIP as a part of its Q4 2023 report targeting the creation of a new infrastructure investment platform. BlackRock's record-breaking AUM came amidst the company handling $76 billion of the quarterly long-term net inflows, which already accounts for nearly 40% of a full year 2023 levels. BlackRock's momentum continued to build, with accelerating client activity and line of sight into the funding of significant wealth, institutional and Aladdin mandates. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink said, "The CEO mentioned that BlackRock sees a significant growth potential in infrastructure, technology, retirement, and whole portfolio solutions," adding, "Clients are turning to BlackRock to unlock the full potential of their portfolios, reflected in industry-leading total net inflows of $236 billion over the last 12 months. BlackRock is a major player in the cryptocurrency industry, operating one of the world's largest Bitcoin exchange-traded funds as the iShares Bitcoin Trust. As of April 10th, IBIT has accumulated 266,580 Bitcoin, worth $18.5 billion since it started trading in January 2024. Fink is known in the crypto community as the major Bitcoin bull and industry advocate. In March 2024, Fink reiterated that he was very bullish on the long-term success of Bitcoin in the context of the rapid growth of IBIT. And IBIT is the fastest growing ETF in the history of ETFs, as nothing has gained assets as fast as IBIT in the history of ETFs, the CEO stated. Bitcoin could witness a further price declines if this happens. So, Bitcoin faces a correction risk. At the time of writing, open interest for Bitcoin hovered around the middle range, signaling that investors have a neutral sentiment in their interest in new positions. Regardless, the price of Bitcoin remains in the region of the last top created positions in March, as the open interest range is also volatile in the upper region, meaning there is room for more liquidations from leveraged traders in search of liquidity. Ga said this region is dangerous for traders, and any substantial pressure could lead to a correction that would alter the price structure, causing Bitcoin to go lower before registering a new all-time high. It's a dangerous price region for leveraged traders, and if pressured could trigger a deeper correction breaking the current price structure. This would take the open interest range down to the lower band and the region of extreme fear marked in red on the chart, Ga stated. Euphoric market sentiment. Moreover, the general market sentiment is euphoric, as seen in the Bitcoin futures market funding rates, which are currently high in the upper range. This indicates a period of extreme greed and creates a room for a major decline. Ga analyzes comes as Bitcoin recovers from a decline in the last 3 weeks. The cryptocurrency has plummeted from all-time high of 73,700 recorded on March 14th. To less than 62,000, and early this week the asset found its way back to the 70,000 range and has remained around that level. However, it fell further in the past few hours to 69,300 at the time of writing, per data from CoinMarketCap. Meanwhile, CryptoQuant disclosed a couple of days ago that a high demand rate from large Bitcoin investors would be the key driver of the asset's post-halving rally, and as effect of the quadrennial event have been diminishing. So that's kind of all the news we got for today's video, and if you are interested in more, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you in the next one, and peace.